shortly. Very good. And then I would also like for you, of course, to be kindly be respectful. We're going to be using the chat. We're going to be using the Q&A. If you have an insight, anything that you want to add to the conversation, put it in the chat. If you have a question, we're going to be talking social media marketing, and we're also going to hear from COP about an opportunity that they have for us as we get close to the end of the year, and another one from AMI regarding how we can, like some opportunities where we can maximize those in terms of growing our business over the next couple of months. So we'll be sharing some of those. At whatever point, if you have a question, please put it in the chat. We will get to it. I will flag it for our guest regarding the social media marketing when we're doing that short session. And also after, we will come back to it. If you have questions, especially this time of year, we're all trying to ramp up our investments and prepare for the Christmas season, especially those of us who benefit from that kind of traffic. Okay, so if you have any question, by all means, it's welcome. Just put it in the Q&A. Let me see, I think there's already one question. Okay, good. So Nema, I see your question, interested in starting an SME. How can COP Bank help me? We're going to get to that, okay? So just keep the questions coming there, and then the insights and the different, is it possible to have closed captions to accommodate? So I'm just gonna ask Fiona if you could help me look at the possibility for closed captions. I think that's closed captions so that those who are maybe have a hearing impairment can respond. Okay, Fiona, kindly help me check on that. Thank you so much, Beatrice, for bringing that up. All right, so we've started and we've had quite a number of these sessions. My name is Sam Chimera. I continue to be your host and moderator. And I'm shortly going to introduce some of the people who are behind the scenes and then introduce the guest, and then we'll jump into our session. But before we do that, I always like to check on some of your stats and your facts. So when we were starting, I asked you to type in your favorite, your personal favorite social media platform. But now I want to turn it around and ask, do you know what social media platform your customers go to most frequently? I know it's a good question, so think about that. So I know you know yours, but I'm interested. Do you know your customers most frequently visited social media platforms? And if you do, please type it in the chat. Which one do you think they visit most? And as you do that, let me just respond to Kenneth. Kenneth Fredson, welcome. So Kenneth is asking, how could we access recorded versions of these webinars? So all these recordings, and this is, I think, the 10th week of our getting together, 10th or 11th. And what we do is they are on the portal. So COP Bank has a portal for these webinars, okay? And what they do is they compile them, and you can go there and check a whole history of the recordings. It's brilliant content. A month ago, we were dealing with finance issues and how we can build with that. And this last couple of weeks, we've been dealing with social media marketing, or rather digital marketing, as you would. So Kenneth, please feel free to maximize that, okay? Job says, I don't know. Okay, very good. I love your honesty, Job. When it comes to the question, what social media platform do the customers go to the most frequently? We are not sure. Some of us are not. Some of us say, I would guess Christus. And this information I know is very useful for our guest who is going to be presenting this. Now, Kenneth, I see that Fiona is way ahead of us. So Kenneth Fredson, you are asking how can we access these webinars? Also, for anyone else who is looking to keep this link, please, you can copy that link, all right? Copy the link that we've just put in the chat so you can refer to it later, okay? But it's quite interesting, okay? So some of us know, some of us don't know, some of us are not sure, some of us are guessing maybe Facebook, maybe WhatsApp, maybe Instagram, okay? Very good. I personally, I'm most busy, most available on my Instagram. I'm busiest there, but I also discovered there's almost like the same size of following when it comes to my Facebook side, and I need to give more attention to that. So I am also going to really benefit from this particular session in terms of how we can do our social media marketing, okay? So there's a link there. If you want to follow up after, check on older sessions, check on sessions in the future, you can do that. Before we jump to that though, I wanted to in a special way, welcome those who are here for the very, very first time. So if you're here for the first time, I just want you to type number 1 in the chat. I'd like to give you a huge welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Keep those coming. We're always trying to make sure that we are acknowledging those who are here for the very, 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 very first time. Okay? Good, 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 good. Okay? First time, please type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. Other guys are typing 3. You're here for the third. Okay. But I'm very curious to check on the ones who are here for the very first time and to welcome you, to give you a very loud welcome. Okay? So allow me to use this technology to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay? Good, good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited to have you here. We're always excited to have new people. Super, super excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Some of us have been here 2-3 times, but we are super excited to have those who are here for the very, very, very first time. Okay, good, good, good. And if you've been here before, just welcome those. Use your emojis. Use your emojis and give them a thumbs up, give them a clap, give them a heart, you know, if you know where that is. Use your emojis, please. Yes. Aha, very good. So if you're here for the first time, this is us welcoming you with a clap, with a thumbs up. Welcome, welcome. Let me just read out a few names. Yes. No, it's good manners to welcome people where for the first time. Eunice Akelo, welcome. Helen Agita, welcome. Judith Kalunge, welcome. Michael Oduo, welcome. Wow, so many people. Joseph Sadero, Hesbon, and so many others. We want to say a huge welcome, and we're hoping that you're going to enjoy this session, even as we continue learning about digital marketing. Dr. Irungu. Dr. Irungu, yes, we are super excited, and we wish you guys had come even earlier, but we're here and super excited to have you here. Very good. Okay, mention me too. Alex Obara. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you, Alex Obara. Very funny guy. Okay, good. So now that we've welcomed our first-time people and we've gotten to test whether we know where we know our social media people and where do they go, where do our customers go and things like that, let's just jump in. So today's session, let me just start with a bit of information for you. So a huge welcome. So just reintroducing the squad, we like to call it the squad. These are the people who are usually behind the scenes and putting this together and interacting on the voices and faces that you'll be interacting with. So my name, like I've said before, is Sam Chimera. I'm part of the AMI family. I'm one of the facilitators, one of the many facilitators we have in our academy. With me behind the scenes is Fiona Maina. She's the project coordinator for this particular project, doing such a wonderful job, and you'll be hearing from her shortly. And with us every week is Peter Ndumia as well. He's the head non-financial services, one of the people behind this particular program. Today, he couldn't be here with us, but he's ably represented. So Fiona is going to give us the official welcome and just remind us why we do this every week. Okay, so Fiona, I'm going to hand over to you, say a quick welcome, and then we'll jump into the session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sam. I'm so happy to see very many new comers into the session. So welcome, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to thank you for selecting Co-op Bank as your banking partner. And I get a lot of questions, as in, what is this webinar? In my email, a lot of you ask me, what is this? Why are we doing this? So I am delighted to have you here, first of all. I am always behind the scenes, making sure that this happens. And this webinar is a 50-week immersive learning experience for all the MSMEs and SMEs for Co-op Bank. And we run it every Thursday between 11 and 12:30 p.m. And why do we do it? We want you as business owners to be able to grow and thrive in your businesses. We would like you to equip you with skills and tools and just light touch sessions so that you're able to improve on your businesses. And then when you grow, COP grows. And when COP grows, you grow. So it's a mutual beneficial partnership, and which is why COP Bank is working with AMI to give you all these practical skills and knowledge. And every week we have different speakers. We have a lot of themes around that affect businesses. So throughout, I hope even for the first timers, you will come all through the 50-week webinar sessions. So we are, again, always excited and very happy to have you, and always be on the lookout for my emails and communications. So thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for joining us today, and welcome to, yes, our webinar series. Wonderful.
Very good. Thank you so much, Fiona. All right. Now, I also want to tell you a little bit. So that was a bit about COP Bank, and I'll tell you a little bit about AMI, because this is put together by COP Bank Kenya in collaboration with AMI. If you're wondering about AMI, AMI is an organization that is always focusing on helping the entrepreneur to grow. Okay, so we're interested in those ambitious businesses and entrepreneurs such as yourselves who want to just move from surviving to thriving across the African continent. Okay, the way we do it is we provide practical tools and training so that the entrepreneurs have the tools they need to work and thrive in the businesses they are running. We have a presence in about 39 countries that we've reached. Okay, some offices in different countries, in quite a number, from South Africa to Kenya and a few others. We have trained about 37,000 people across the continent, and we continue to do that. We use digital platforms quite a bit. So we have a platform that has about 4 languages content and about 3,000 plus tools that we're still creating up to today. Whatever the tool is that you need, we provide that. And what I wanted to do today, actually, because the purpose of this platform is to also share opportunities for our entrepreneurs. Okay, so let me go ahead and share a little bit about that. So what I'm going to share with you is an opportunity for a full scholarship, and it's called Grow Your Business, okay? So the Grow Your Business, I just wanted to talk you through some of the elements of the program. So it has 6 sessions in there. It's once a month, okay? It's bite-sized so that it doesn't affect the running of your business. We, based on research, try to figure out what does the entrepreneur need, especially within Africa, not just general, but across Africa. What do we need? We need practices to be in place. We need particular disciplines for our businesses to be successful. And we broke them down into 6 different spaces. And the first, when we start the program, we're looking at planning and growth. How do we help businesses to get up and set up for their growth? We look at talent. How do we lead for growth? How do businesses lead for growth? How do you get to lead for growth? It's not just about having a vision. It's also how good your team is and how do you lead your team towards that vision. The third element we focus on is customers. All of us know customer is king. That's why we're even here discussing social media marketing, because we want to make sure that we have brand visibility. Our customers know us. There's loyalty that's developed over time. Okay. And then after that, we focus on money in the 4th session. Profitability drivers. We are not just running different sizes of organizations. We're also interested in being profitable. Okay. So money is very critical. So we look at that, what is driving your business, from the revenues to the costs, to all these different elements. And then we look at operations, okay, because every organization needs successful operational procedures. It's not just about wanting to succeed. You need to have the people, but you also need to have the procedures ready that can help you in your operations. And then lastly, we come back to focusing on planning. So it's a huge opportunity that there is, okay? So SMEs, businesses of all sizes, you can maximize this program. It's a full scholarship opportunity. It's called Grow Your Business. And yes, full scholarship, supporting businesses like yours to pursue their business goals and their growth goals. So you can find the application link in the chat. Let me just see if that's already there. Fiona, if you could kindly help me put that in the chat. I'll just share the link. We'll just keep it there for just a few seconds. So perhaps maybe you can just copy and put it somewhere else. If you don't mind doing that, I'll just give you a second, because because of all the engagement we're going to have, so many things are going to come up and you may lose this chat, this link as it comes. So as soon as you put it away, just give me a thumbs up or give me a yes in the chat, and then I'll move us to today's program, all right? Okay, there's a thumbs up. Good, good, good. I'm just going to wait for a few more. We don't want you to miss out on this particular opportunity. I know last week the opportunity we provided was especially for those in the agri space, so agri SMEs, and thanks to your response, that cohort is already full and they're getting started, they're getting on the way. But this one is the general one. So if you want to grow your business, go ahead and do that. All right. So John, James, Beldine, thank you so much. All right. I'm going to move us along. Let's go ahead and do that. So today, let me start with last week. So last week we had Mercy Mutuku. It was such a nice session that in our discussion when we were debriefing, we said, hey, Mercy, are you available to come back? Because what she did was give us quite a bit of the theory, especially when it comes to social media marketing. Now, what is social media marketing? She will be giving us a bit of a refresher on that. But I'm very curious. So since we have many people who were here last week, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you to put in the chat one particular thing that you remember, okay? So one particular thing that you remember, one particular thing that you remember from that session. Anyone? One particular thing that you remember from that session. So we talked about Facebook, we talked about WhatsApp, we talked about Instagram, and how you can maximize them for your customers so that you have brand visibility and trust and all these different things. Yes, Luke, yes. So Luke got into the WhatsApp business account. Yes, thank you, Luke. This is a quick test to make sure that she is also comfortable on building on the next level. Because today what we're going to do is make it extremely practical. All right? Yes, she introduced the digital marketing app. Yes, many people are in WhatsApp. Yes, huge opportunity. Let's see. We need to do business online. Consistency. Lane, well done, well done. Yes, that's very specific. Consistency is key. All right. Be consistent with posting your content. Okay. Okay, let me see. Can you see my screen? I'm just double checking with you. You'll be able to see it, but I'm just checking. No, that's the slide I'm on. It's fine, it's fine. So the slide that you're seeing is the slide of our speaker, and I don't want to open any other slides without getting a bit of a test and checking that we got some. Most of us lost millions for being digital ignorant. Maina, thank you, doctor. You're very direct and very honest. Yes, but our guest is here to help with that. Okay, very good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sorry, give me a second, please. There you go. I hope my slide is fine now. Okay, so yes, I'm still reading some of the responses before we build onto that today. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I think my slide was stuck. Thank you so much, Fiona. Okay, be authentic. Yes, Grace Orondo. I'm sure Mas is going to be extremely excited to see this. Okay, in fact, let me just stop sharing my slides and allow Mercy to start sharing. But yes, I'm still in the chat. I'm still checking on all the responses that I'm seeing. Let's see. Okay. Very good. Okay. So we all don't need to be convinced further of the need for us to look at digital marketing as a viable option to build brand visibility, to get more customers across different platforms. Now we're going to be focusing on the three primary ones that are under Facebook. So we're looking at WhatsApp, we're looking at Instagram and Facebook. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I want to welcome Mercy Mutuku. Okay, there you go. Good morning, Mercy.
Good morning. How are you?
Very, very good. How do you feel from all the responses that people are giving from last week?
I'm happy that people remember what we learned. I'm always afraid we forget.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Well, good to see you here this morning. Let me just give a bit of I would like maybe I'll turn it to you to do that. Give us a bit of a background for those who may have, we have so many people who are training for the very first time. Just a bit of a background, and then getting into today and how we're going to make it extremely practical as we go. Would you give us a bit of a background first, and then we'll get into today?
Okay, all right. So today's session, first introduction, my name is Mercy Mutuku. I'm happy to meet all 171 of us So let me start by saying that what I want us to do today is a continuation of what we learned in the last session. But I've seen we have a number of people who are not in the previous session. So I'll start by giving you a recap of what we learned and how it marries into today's session. So number one, last session we were talking like an introduction into Facebook, the meta family of apps, and that is Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. We looked at tips and keys for each and every platform. So we looked at the tips for when you go to Facebook. We say always make sure that the logo, your business logo, is your profile picture. You have the cover photo area that we mentioned that you should always keep it changing, dynamic. We talked about the tips for taking pictures, the tips for taking videos. Just to look at when you're taking pictures, what you're looking at is make sure that the object or your service or your product is the champion of the picture, is the main focus of that picture. And then you take the best representation of your business, because online what you see is what you get. And then we talked about video, and then we said video, make it short and sweet, make it sound such someone can understand it without sound on. Then we looked about the other thing was about making sure that you're using the right call to action. Use action like book now, contact us, and you pick the right call to action for your business that you can actually get customers to convert. If you have a website, then it's okay to check the website. If you can make conversion by people calling your business, put in your phone number as your call to action. So those are just some of the tips that we talked about. So today's session, I want us to go into deeper. You've said something about we stop surviving to thriving, and I found that to be very interesting. And so I feel like last week I was teaching you how to survive. So now let us thrive.
The rocket is launched now.
Yes. Right now we are thriving.
Okay. Well, let me just lay out how we will do it. So I'm going to hand it to Mercy. She's going to talk us through specifics. Again, I mentioned for those who are able, if you're watching using your phone or you're listening using your phone, please get, if you have a different device like a laptop next to you, you can get into your Facebook. You just have a device next to you that's connected to the internet. What we're going to do is we want to break it down to something simple that we can all take home. Okay, and it's going to be jumping into running our digital campaign, or if you want to simplify it, at least running one ad. So that Mercy and I agreed, and the whole team, if we can get you to know how to get started in running at least one ad, and you don't have to create a new one, you just have to go to your posts and see the one that has maybe connected with people the most, and you boost that or run that particular ad. That will be success for us, okay? So if you're excited about that, let us know you're ready to go. Type go in the chat, Go. I want to see go in the chat. If you're excited to get started. That's taking too long, guys. Come on, yes. Capital letters if you're super excited. Capital letters, exclamation marks, all the works, okay? We need to add italics to these functions, Okay, so what we're going to do is she's going to do I'm going to call it the session, and I will be kind of coming in and back and forth and hopefully not interrupting the session, but we'll be going back and forth for the next about maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Let's do 25 minutes. And then if any question comes up, put it in the Q&A side. We will come to it. So a question could be anything regarding the topic we're learning, or if you want to ask the question later regarding CoopBank and some service you need, type it in there. We will come to it. Okay. So right now, good. I see lots of excitement in the chat. I'm going to go off of video for now, and then I'll come back in the middle while Mercy is presenting. Mercy, over to you.
All right. Thank you so much. So let's get practical. That is how I'm going to start my session. I want us to be practical. I had requested that every person to have at least 2 devices, maybe 2 phones or a phone and a laptop, just 2 devices, so that one you can see what you're doing and the other one you can do it practical. So right now, get your devices ready. I hope you have good internet. Make sure that you're connected. So today's session, I'm going to take you step by step on how to create and launch a Facebook campaign. That is Facebook across Instagram. Along the way, I'll also show you how to connect your WhatsApp to Facebook as well, so that you can run advertisements that are taking people to your WhatsApp, just to make sure that the whole meta family of apps, you know how to use them. So the main goal for this session, as Sam has mentioned, is to make sure that you are able to launch Facebook advert and actually go ahead to look at the results and see how it is performing. So at the end of the session, if you're not able to create a campaign, then I will have failed. And I don't want to do that. So I'm looking forward to us being very practical. So allow me to share my screen. And I'm going to share my screen from a blank screen, which is yes. So you can see my Google. So I want us to start from the basic of how to access Ads Manager. If you're having two phones, right now you can go to your application store, your app store. If you're using Apple, you know where you get your apps from, whichever phone you're using, go to that platform. And I want you to search what I'm searching here. I'm going to search for Meta Ads Manager. So let's all do that. Go to your app store or go to your Google search and just write Meta Ads Manager. I want us to all do that right now. All right. So when you search for that, if you're in the application, there's only one application by that name. I have confirmed there's no any other application with that name, Meta Ads Manager. So click the application that has that name, which has a logo of blue and some shades of green. And then if you're on Google, click on the second result, which is from facebook.com. Just make sure that the link here is saying facebook.com, and then click on Ads Manager. So I want us to be very practical with this session, and I take you step by step. Okay. Just click on Meta Ads Manager.
Yeah.
Guys, are we together? How many are using their phones? Please, if you're on your phone, go to the application. I'm using my phone. Yeah. Okay, awesome. If you're on your phone, please go to your application. I'm also having my phone as well. So we are all together.
Like 5 devices.
All right. So if on your phone, make sure that in the same phone, you are logged into your Facebook account. Just the normal Facebook that you go to, make sure that it is logged in. And then you click on continue as, it will give you your name. So just click on it. It will automatically open. All right, looks like my internet is misbehaving. Just allow me to go off like that. All right. So if you're using your application, I've mentioned, it will give you an option of making sure that your Facebook is already on. Make sure that on the same phone that you're having, on the same phone that you're looking for that application, you already have your Facebook logged in there. So once you log in, it will automatically give you continue as, if it's Mercy, it will tell you continue as Mercy Tuku, or continue as Mike, continue as Sam. So just click and accept, and then just follow all the steps. Just accept, it will give you like 7 options. So accept the 7 options, tick, make sure the 7 options are ticked, and then accept everything. So if you're on your laptop, then this is what you should be seeing. So click on Go to Ads Manager. When you click on Go to Ads Manager, it will give you a few steps. So click, just accept all the, there are going to be like 3 steps. So just accept the 3 steps that are going to follow next. So once you click on Go to Ads Manager, and you accept the steps, this is where you should come to. And this is where now we are going to get practical. So if you're using your phone, after you accept the 4 steps as well, the 4 options, it will give you an option of, there's a green button with a plus sign. So I hope you can all see, if you're on your phone, if you can see a green button with, just a green button with a plus sign. That is what I want. That is where I want us to be. A green button with a plus. If you're using your laptop, then we go to create. So this is now where we get practical with creating the advert. So once you click on create, so if maybe you've been lost, if you are lost, now you can. If you're lost, maybe your internet is slow and you don't want to get lost in terms of following, you can now just look at the screen, you follow what you're doing on the screen, and then you can try that later on. Maybe you lost somewhere in setup. Yeah.
Okay, so I see some people may be having a challenge And if you have a challenge, I like what you've just said. So if you're having a challenge and you're stuck for any reason, maybe there's a technical thing that we need to sort out, at least if you're stuck, don't worry about it. Just follow the screen because we're doing it very practically. And then we will be able to just follow even after this session is being recorded, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, so let us look at the different options that you're having here. When you're creating a Facebook campaign or a campaign or an advert on Facebook, it gives you different options. And these options are based on the customer purchasing journey. You know, we have different customers we have a customer who wants awareness. A customer who wants awareness is a customer who is, you just want to promote your product as many people as possible on Facebook and Instagram to see your business. So at this point, you're probably not looking at getting business out of it, but you're looking at creating awareness that your business is there. Let's say you've launched a new product, you moved to a new city, you've changed your business address, and you want as many people as possible to know about that, then you think about awareness as your option. Then there's an option of traffic. When you look at the option of traffic, traffic is where you want to send people. Traffic is usually like the people, the customers, the audience. That is what you call traffic. So this we're looking at taking these people to either your WhatsApp business. You want to take them to either your website. You want to take them to make calls and call your business. So you look at that as the objective. So remember, last time we said the first step is aligning your marketing goals with the goals on the Meta platform. So these are the goals on the Meta platform. So remember what is your marketing goal at first. Then we have another option of engagement. Engagement is when you want to have conversations with these people, with the customer, with your prospective customers. So here you want maybe to talk to them via WhatsApp, you want to talk to them via your messenger, you want them to watch a video. Let's say you have a nice video that you've shot using the tips that we talked about last session. It's short and sweet and all that. So at this point, you want them to watch that video. Then you look at engagement objective. If you want them to engage with your post and give you comments, if you want them to follow your page, you know, I saw some of us have very new pages. So you look at engagement as the option. And then you have leads. For leads is when you want to get customer contacts and you can contact them. So a lead is for customer who is ready to convert. So this is when you're looking for business. So you could have a form, and a form, when you create a form, it will give the customer the option to put in their contact details, and then you download the contact detail and you can call the business. You could have conversations on WhatsApp, and you can also have calls as part of your leads. People calling your business, and you qualify that as a business lead. Then you could have an application if you're having an application for your business. So I want us right now to click one of these options. The stages are going to be similarly the same. That is the good thing about this. So once I show you how to run an awareness campaign or let's say an engagement campaign, the options, even if you, for you person who has chosen leads, it will only have a very small difference at the end. For a person who has taken traffic, you'll have a very small difference at the end. So the stages are going to be similarly the same. So that is the beauty of this. So once you learn one, then the other one becomes easy.
Okay, so very good.
Yeah, so for this one, I want us to try with engagement, which is one of the best, because you guys have very new pages, you have pages that have less than 100 followers, and getting followers is quite important for your business. It helps to build credibility. So let us look at engagement. So I'd like you guys to click on engagement, and then click on continue. Another beauty about these platforms is that they're usually self-directory. Like it will just tell you the next step. If you have an error, it will send you a red alert to show you that you have an error. Once you rectify the error, you move on. And it will always tell you which error it is that you have. So that is the beauty of this. So let us look at engagement and then click on continue. All right. So once you click on continue, you're going to see this if you're using your desktop. And I'm going to just give you the 3 stages. As you can see, you have 3 stages of a promotion. The first promotion is the campaign stage. The campaign stage, this is where you set the objective, which is what you've done. On the objective, you set either you want engagement, you want traffic, you want leads, you want conversations, you want people to watch a video. That is at campaign stage. That is campaign. So the next stage, which is where we are right now after we clicked on next from the previous, this is called the ad set stage. The ad set stage, this is where you set the behind the scenes. This is whatever you set here, the customers will not see. However, this is what will determine where your customer will be, who your customer is and how they are going to see the advert. Remember in our last assignment, I gave you an assignment of making sure that you highlight your customer in terms of demographics, age, location, interest. And I said on interest, make sure that you pick in interests that are not just about your product, but what they engage with on their daily to day lives. So that is what we talked about in the last session. So here you name your campaign. So as you can see here, the first stage is name your campaign. And when you name your campaign, I'll call my test just for me to remember. But
so can you just use any name and then use it again later?
It's important, just tips on saving your campaign. It's important to save your campaign by time and the promotion. Okay. So let's say you're having you have there's a group that was doing dairy products. So let's say you have yogurts, you have cheese, and you have milk that you supply. You don't want to confuse the campaigns later when you're reading the results. You don't want to confuse it and wonder, so which one was for milk? How much did milk give me? And the promotion for yogurt, what results did it give me? So it's always important that you run the promotion by the product and time. So if it's a milk product, it's a milk campaign for November, you name it Milk November 2022. So that next year, you can, if you're still running the promotions, then you'll be even able to compare. So Milk 2022 gave me this amount. So Milk 2023 has given me this in November. So it's always important to name by product, time. Yeah, just product and time, if that's possible. Yeah.
Very good.
So now you've named your campaign, and you've named your campaign in a way that you can remember. Remember the objective that you had was engagement. All right. That is what we picked in the previous stage. So just right now you can ignore anything else here and click on next. So I can just tell you what this means. However, these are quite advanced.
Yes, please.
Like another session. So the buying type is how you want Facebook to charge you. But that is, if you leave it open, then it picks the best option for you. Then that was the engagement. This is what we picked in the previous stage. We have the A/B test. A/B test comes in very handy if you want to compare two things. Let's say you have a promotion, you have a video, and you have a picture that you want to see which one performs better. Then this is where you activate the A/B test. You just click on it and it turns blue. And then it will give you an option of picking what you want to compare. Let's say even you want to compare audiences. You want to compare an audience of young people and an audience of older people, or you want to compare an audience of male and an audience of female and see which one works best. Then if you have something that you want to test, then you activate the A/B test. Activate the A/B test. And then the campaign budget, this is just how your budget will be distributed, but it's good that you leave this unless you're like an expert, just leave this open so that the platform can manage the best way for you. So right now, I'd advise after you just on this stage, after you just name your campaign, just accept, just leave everything else, and then click on next. Just at the end, you have a blue button, next. All right. Once you click on next, you have the ad set stage. I mentioned that a promotion on Meta has 3 stages: the campaign stage, the ad set stage, and the ad stage. So we are right now in the second stage, which is the ad set. So you can also name your ad set. I also prefer you name it just the way you named your first one. Name it the same way so that you remember. So this is where you look, where do you want your conversion to happen? You said you wanted an engagement. So do you want the engagement on your messaging app that is on Messenger? Or do you want the engagement to happen on your advert that you'll be promoting? Or do you want the engagement to go directly to your website? That is, if you have a website or application. Or do you want it to happen on your Facebook page? And right now, most of us, we have Facebook pages, which I advise you click that.
Okay, so just if I may take one step back. So
yes. Yes.
At this section, we are trying to decide where. So at this point, we want to decide where the engagement should happen. We want people to go to our website. Do we want them to respond to our advert or our app or just in the page? Is that what the question is?
Yes. So this is what you answered. So you pick, actually, it's you pick where you are present. If you don't have a website, then you don't need to click on website. And that's right now, most of us, we already have Facebook pages that we created in the previous sessions. So that is why we are clicking on Facebook page.
Okay, very good.
All right. So once you click on Facebook page, then it will automatically pick your Facebook page. Most of us only have one Facebook page. If you have multiple pages, then you can click on the down arrow here that I'm pointing, and it will display all the other pages that you have. So right now you can click on, if you only have one page, it will automatically pick that. Unless if you have more pages and you want to pick which one to promote, then you can click on the down arrow and it will give you different options of the adverts that you can, or the pages that you can pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, the question I had, yes, that's exactly the question. So there's personal pages, personal Facebook page, and also business page. What do you advise we go with? Business
pages, absolutely. It will always automatically pick your business pages.
Okay.
Yeah. So now on the budget, remember from the last session, we mentioned that we are always tied and constrained by a budget. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's a business, your own shopping, we are always constrained by a budget. So this is where you set your budget, your daily budget. How much do you want to spend per day? Remember we said the least you can spend per day is $1. So let's say, for example, if I put in 100 shillings, it will automatically refuse. As you can see, because $1 exchange right now is going at 120 something. $1 exchange. So the least you can spend is $1. So you just look at the conversion rate right now, how much $1 is going for, and you play with that number. So right now, as you can see, the least I can spend on a Facebook advert is 121 shillings. So let's say 122 shillings. So just look at your dollar exchange and know how much the least you can spend. Also look at your budget. Let's say you have a daily budget. A daily budget means you want to be charged every day. How much you want to be charged every day. And a lifetime budget, which is after the click on the drop down, a lifetime budget is how much you want to be charged for the entire time, for the entire period. Let's say if it's a month, you're running the promotion, you just want to tell them, I have 2,000 shillings to run it for the next 20 days. So you Facebook just spend it the way you want, but as long as after my 20 days, I will not be charged more than these 2,000 shillings. So that is what lifetime budget means. A daily budget means I want to be charged 200 shillings every day. So if you spend my 200 shillings and it's over by midday, then the promotion should stop, because I don't want to be charged more than this amount every day. And I always prefer you work with your daily budget so that you are able to have control, so much control of what is happening. As you can see, it has given us the notice that you will not be charged more than 250 shillings per day. So it can give you an estimate of how much it will charge. And then the next part is setting the start date and the end date. These are very important in having giving you control. Remember, your budget should always match with the number of days that you're setting. And a tip from the last session is don't kill a promotion before it finishes 7 days, because within the first 4 days, the promotion goes through a learning phase. And the learning phase is now this system that we are using right now, trying to learn your audience, trying to learn your promotion, trying to learn how people are responding to what you've given. So if you kill that promotion or end the promotion before 7 days, then you've not given it the maximum capacity to deliver. Yes, Pam?
Okay. No, I was just going to say, just pulse check with everyone. There's a few people who are quite keen on this and they're following very closely. Others may have had some challenges with the tech, and then others may just find this a bit very technical. What I want to encourage you with is, the good news is we have this session being recorded. Now, when we're in school and learning, so some of us, as soon as a big difficulty comes on, it's very difficult to continue. So we sort of like, let me just go do something else. But I want to encourage you to stay and at least pick. You don't have to learn everything that Mercy is delivering right now, because we are recording the session. But at least if you learn a little bit about it, then even if you hire someone else to help you with this, at least you know the basics of it. And even when you look at the recording, I promise it will make much more sense. So now I'm just going to take you, Mercy, back. So let's go back to the budget, if you could. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to break down. So what I'm hearing is you can't invest less than $1. The very minimum budget is $1. So at least we
Yes.
understand that. And you have to always check the exchange rate. That's number one, basic. Okay. Then there's two kinds of budgets. You can set a daily budget and say every day I want to spend this amount of money. And then you can set this amount of money until this date. So if you put 3 days later, then it will spend 200 Kenya shillings on each of those days until the date you've decided, which is 3 days later. Then it will stop charging you. But if you want to use lifetime budget, you could also put a big figure, for instance, 2,000. And you say, I want you to spend overall 2,000, and the algorithm, like Facebook, distributes it the way it feels best. But by this time, I want to spend only 2,000 for the maximum engagement for this particular post. Am I getting you right so far, Mercy?
Perfectly right. You're the best student.
Okay, good. Okay, now let's continue.
All right, perfect. So I hope everyone else is, at least you have a good number. As you've mentioned, if you're not able to follow right now, the good thing is about the recording. You can follow with the recording later, pause, stop, try again. Just, the good thing is the recording will be shared with you later. So you'll practice with the recording later. However, just follow through. And even if you're going to hire someone to do this work for you, at least they'll not be able to lie to you. You know exactly what they are doing and they cannot lie to you. Most of this time, our experts try to just maneuver and find their way when they're dealing with someone who does not know exactly what they're doing. So we are giving you that milestone.
We want to save you some money. We don't want you to be frustrated.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So let us look at now, you set your budget, you set your start and an end date. So you said that I want the promotion to start on, let's say, November today, and I want it to end at, remember, not less than 7 days. That is what is recommended. You can run it for 3 days, 4 days, however, it will not give you the best results. So not less than 7 days. You can just pick the period that you want to run the promotion. So as you can see, my time is
so at least you want to spend $1 per 7 days. Again, what we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is your first trial. Like at least you have $7 to try testing on a post. Yeah. So once a day, like $1 per day, that gives you $7, if you can say between $7 and $10 over the next 7 days. And then you check out the results after to see if this is working for you, right?
Yes. So you can give, let's say, in your budget, you can say, I have 1,000 shillings. Let me run this for 7 days and see. Or let's say 800 shillings, and let me try for 7 days and see how it will behave, whether I will get results. So you set a start and an end date. So the next stage, this is the most important part. After you set your budget, this is where now the question I asked you last week about defining your audience, location, age, gender, and details in terms of where they how they behave outside your business. This is where they come in. So this is where you set your audience. You can put in the location, and the good thing with the location is you can pick as even like a specific location, just an area. You can target, let's say, a place like Sarin Center. I'm going to use that because near there. So you can pick, and as you can see, when I run this promotion to just Sarin Center, only people within that area will see that advert. So that is how specific it can be. So you can just pick your location at home, where your clients are, where your customers are located. If you want to run, you are in Nakuru. If you're in Nakuru, then you can just pick. For example, you pick the Nakuru, just the city, or Nakuru County. Just you pick the specific location that you're in. So let's assume right now our business is in all major cities. So we have a business in Nakuru. We have a business in Nairobi, or we are able to supply to people in Nairobi. We are able to supply to people in Kisumu. So that is just, you just type the name and it suggests for you, because this is connected to Google Maps. So it will pick exactly where you are.
But it makes sense to limit it to where your business reaches.
Exactly, just where your customer are. If you're able to supply to people in Turkana, then you advertise in Turkana because you can reach those customers.
Okay.
So this is why I asked where are your customers? So you pick the areas where your customer is. So let's say, for example, our business, I can supply to Kisumu, I can supply to Nairobi, and I can also supply to Nakuru. Then you pick those locations. If maybe you're only in Meru, and you can only promote, you only be able to meet the demands of people in Meru, then you only put that location. Don't put the entire country. Let's say you're in Nairobi and you know your audience is not the entire county. They are just concentrated in, let's say, Eastlands. Then you just put in the word Eastlands. So let's say you know your people are only concentrated in Westlands or Kilimani. Just those specific locations. Be very specific on that, so that you don't waste your budget in promoting to people who you can't cater to.
How many can you add in here?
Limitless. You're not limited. Wow, you can even run a promotion in Kenya and the same time it's running in Uganda. So I can also do right now the promotion here and still have Kampala here. But
if you have a small budget and your business is working in Nairobi and it doesn't reach Kampala, then you may be wasting your finances, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
You're not, for this, I just want to show you, like, you're not limited. So as you can see, when I've done Kampala, it has given me, so I have these locations in Kenya, I have 4 locations in Kenya, and I have 1 location in Uganda. So as you can see,
but at least the general direction is run your ad where your customers are, where you can respond to them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. And then after you pick your location based on your customers, look at their age. The age, look at just, you can start by analyzing your current customers and see. The worst you can do with age is targeting everyone on Facebook or on Instagram, then it doesn't work. So you just pick on the age and the demographics. Let's say you want to promote people between the age of 22 to the age of, let's say, 30 or 35.
35, yeah.
So just pick the age. Let's say you want that is your demographic. Then you work with that. Then that is what you pick. If you want to promote to maybe an older generation, I think, let's say if you have courses, you know, there are courses, and you have you want to promote that to the parents, and you want to promote that to the kids, then you can put a bigger audience. So that is what you think about. On gender, click on edit. Everywhere I'm clicking on the edit of the site. There's a blue button written edit. So once you click on that, you can pick whether you want to promote to everyone or male or female. For this, if you pick, let's say, male, the promotion only go to people who have identified as male. If someone has given, you see, nowadays we have the option of I'd rather not say my gender, then that person, such a person will not see your advert. So it will only take
your advert. It will go strictly to people who have registered as men.
Yes. So anyone who has said I'd rather not say, or someone who is using the other pronouns that currently we are having, then they will not see your advert. If you pick all, then everyone on Facebook, everyone on Instagram with that age, within that location, will see your advert. So that is what you look at. Then on the interest here, this is the area where I was talking about. Think about your customer outside your platform. What do they do? Just outside your platform, what do they do? Are they parents? Do they have kids? Are they married? What do they do? They play golf.
And you can type that in. You can type parents. You can type children.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, as you can see now, it is giving you
parents
options.
With children, parents with little children. Okay.
So you are able to just pick which or maybe all parents. Just now think about just think about that customer of yours. What else do they do outside? Are they even, let's say, even their careers? Are they working? Are they in managerial position? Do they own businesses? Just write all that. So if they say they are thinking that maybe the people you're advertising to, they are managers.
Okay. So you really need to know your customer before you,
very well.
At least you need to have a fair understanding of your customer before you get into this whole process.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm happy.
Otherwise, you'll be shooting in the dark.
Exactly, actually, yeah. Because I remember the good thing is that last session we talked about defining your audience, and we gave it this as an assignment. So right now, if you did your assignment well, then right now this is very easy for you, just writing what you wrote in your previous in the previous session. So this is very easy for you. But if you're thinking about it right now, then it can be a little bit challenging. So take your time. That is what I'm saying. Don't after this, just come back to the recording and take your time to understand your audience and come here and put in all. But we still have the platform makes everything easier for you. We do have suggestions. Once you put in the first option, let's say you've searched for parents the way we have done. So now Facebook has engaged us and have learned that maybe we're looking for parents. So if you click on suggestions, it will give you different options, but within that area. Just within that area. So you can just pick here and you pick, it will help you to pick. So let's say you want parents of toddlers, you just keep on picking. You want people who are married, you want new parents, so now you just click on everything that works for you. You want maybe someone who has toys, you looking in relationships, so it will give you suggestions. That's the good thing. The moment you put in the first or two options, then the platform tries to gauge and give you options within that area that you're searching for. If you want to change what you're searching for, you can still go ahead and change. Another option that you have that you don't take so much time thinking is you have the option of browse at the end. When you click on browse, it has different options. When you click on demographics, it will give you these options, which is that you can get people in terms of their education, their financial situation, lifetime events.
This is much easier.
Yes, if they are engaged, if let's say they just got married, if they have birthdays coming, let's say you have a gift shop, maybe they have their birthdays coming. Maybe if you look at parents, look at the relationship that they work, are they married, single? You look at work in terms of who are their employers, but on the employers, you can only pick the big corporates who are listed on Facebook. But let's say in industry, this is what works best. You pick on which industry are they in. So you can click on different industries. So it becomes so easy for you. And for you, let's say you hired someone, you can easily direct the person you hired in terms of, so these are the things this is the person I'm looking for on Facebook. Yes, Sam?
Okay. So Mercy, let me take you one step back. So that you've given us three options. If you've done your homework, you can type them in directly. Second, as soon as you type in one, it gives you suggestions based on what other people have typed in. And then what I find to be the easiest here is just click on browse and you can follow all the different prompts. And the general guideline, remember, we're doing very technical, but at the same time, we know that not everyone is going to be involved in the in-depth of all this process. But at least if you hire someone or if you invest in this, you need to know what you're getting into. So at least what we are telling you from Mercy and from Coop Bank and MI is if you're getting to get into this process, you need to decide this. This is not something someone else decides for you. You need to be involved in the decisions about who your target market is. What's their gender? What's their age? What are their interests? Are they working? Are they staying at home? What kind of work are they in? And all those are options you can see in the browse and the suggestions option, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So you just pick your audience here. As I've mentioned, you have the three options. So keep on picking. Make sure that your audience is big enough. At least you've not targeted you've not picked like 3 options or 4 options. Just make sure that your audience is quite big. And how you tell that is you look at this side, audience definition. Let me try to highlight it. We have highlighted that side. Just look at audience definition. So it will give you an estimate. It will tell you for whatever I have picked so far, I have an estimate of around 700 to 1,000 people who are living in these locations that I have picked.
Who meet this criteria?
Yes, within this age and match what I have given. So it is giving me this, and that is why, as you can see here, they've given me a notice.
Okay.
I told you every time you make an error or you're about to make an error, the good thing is the platform tells you that there's a problem here. Fix this. Okay. So if you read this, yes.
I was going to ask, how big is is this what you look at, the top bar at audience definition? It needs to be orange?
It needs to be within green and the last part. As you can see, we have the three areas. We have specific, then this is medium, so it has to be within green and bold. But you also look at if they give you this notice. If they give you this notice, then you know it is too small. So keep on adding more people within your audience.
Okay.
So you can now go, So you can now just look at other things that you can. Let me try for something else, and we can pick.
Okay.
Yeah. So just look at different options, and then you pick. just keep on, expand your audience.
So keep expanding your audience based on the options they are giving you.
Yeah.
So and because the disadvantage of aiming to a very small audience is that only few people will see your advert, and you need to be maximizing that money you're spending. So keep it a bit broad. And Facebook helps you. If it's too small, they let you know, please widen it a bit, and then you can widen it.
Sometimes it can be too broad, such that Facebook feels like you're not targeting a specific person. They'll also tell you that your audience is too broad. Please narrow down a very specific person.
Okay.
Very good. So as you can see, once I've added more options, the yellow notice has disappeared. Okay. That's the beauty. So the next thing is now look at languages.
What does that mean?
Let's say you're running a promotion for people who speak. You're running a promotion for the Indian community. Then you want to look for people who are already browsing using that language. So you can type in any language here, and it will run that advert to people who speak that language. However, language like Swahili and English, that is automatic for Kenya. Okay. Yeah, so Swahili and English, you don't have to specify language here, it will be okay. But let's say if you have, you're running a promotion and you're targeting people who speak German in Kenya, then you can click on that language and then it will be, you can add that language. And anyone who is speaking that language or searching using that language on any platform on the internet, then they will be part of the But
for purposes of just keeping it broad, let's just keep it English, Swahili.
Absolutely. So you just leave it open, it will automatically pick English and Swahili because you're in Kenya. All right, so you can save the audience. If you save it, the good thing with saving is you can use it later. And now if you save it, then next time you don't have to come and start thinking new. You just pick the audience as it was. Yeah, so let's say
parents.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's say
parents group.
Yes.
And the next time you need to promote to this same category, you just look for parents group.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. This is a notice for just an error in my account. However, for you, if you click on that and you click on save, it will automatically save if you don't have an error. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the next step is placement. And now once we are done with this, then we are going next to the last stage of the promotion. So on this, you're clicking on placements.
Also, it's about 4 steps.
Yes.
Okay, that's easy. Okay, let's keep going.
That's very easy. Like 4 steps in 3 stages. That's all. Yeah. Just that this stage that we are in has 2 steps in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now this is the last part, which is now placements. The placements part, I always recommend to pick what is recommended. This is picking where your advert will be shown. It is either your advert will be shown on Facebook, whether it will be on Instagram, whether it will be on stories, whether it will be on Reels, whether it will be on the feeds. So this is just picking on different where your advert will be placed. I always prefer you leave it at placements which is recommended by the platform. So don't overthink it, just leave it at what is recommended. The platform will automatically pick the best place to show your advert where your customer is, and you will not be restricted. Okay. And then after that, you remember we picked our option of we wanted people to follow our page. You remember we said our pages are very new.
Engagement.
We want to follow our pages. So the option that you're advertising is page likes. It will automatically pick for you that. So once you're done with that, just leave everything else and then you click on next.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you click on next, now you go to the last stage.
Okay. So the biggest. So I know that this, again, I'm coming back, speaking for everyone else who may not be understanding this fully. What I see is the biggest work is in just defining who you want to target. That's the biggest work. The rest is pretty intuitive. It's on the platform. You just type it in. But the work is in finding out, of course, how much do you want to spend on this over the next maybe 7-10 days, and defining your target group that you want to target, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So this is the last page?
Yes, so this is the last stage. And the last stage is now, this is now you can still name, or you can leave it open. I also advise you name it as you named it first. Just keep the same name across all areas that you have to name in a promotion.
Okay.
So you want to you want to promote something, or you want to, sorry, let me just go back for a minute. Right. Sorry, I have changed something.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So I wanted just to make sure that we are picking the right objective here. So what I've done is I've changed the objectives. Remember, we started with the objective of awareness. Sorry, we clicked on objective of engagement. So that is what I wanted to change. Yeah, we picked on engagement. And right now I want to show you where you can click to connect to your WhatsApp. So that is what I'm trying to change the objective right now.
Okay. Or maybe could we stay on engagement and we finish for the sake of time, and then we can. I know that. So in case you're wondering all the different and you need a fuller training, Mercy is going to give us some links on a fuller training that they do as MetaBoost that can either, if you're the founder and the CEO of your organization, you can do yourself, or you can assign to one of the people on your teams, or you can hire someone who has done this kind of training. But for now, let's just keep the one on the engagement, and then maybe like in like about 3 or so minutes, we'll be done and we'll come back.
All right, perfect. So once you click on that, I mentioned it automatically pick your page, which it had already picked. So you have an option of either you want to create an advert, a new one, or you can click a post that you had already set on your page. So that is the beauty of you had already posted something on your page and you want to promote that right now. So then you click on the down arrow here, so that you are given the option of use existing post. The moment you click on use existing post, it will automatically pick one of the posts that you already had. That one just anything you had already posted on your page. So once you click on existing post, select post. Once you click on select post, it will bring you all the posts that you had already.
All the posts. So you pick the one you want. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe let's
just pick whichever you want. If you see the post has red, it shows you that it is not meeting some requirements. So if that one cannot be promoted, so you pick one that does not have the red alert. And
the yellow one, the orange one, what's that?
That is sort of it has an error, but it can be, for example, it can be promoted. However, it may not appear well in some placements. That is why I had mentioned earlier. It is always important to keep them square. Anything that you any posters that you bring online, keep them square so that you can automatically promote them.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, I've picked to work with that. So it will pick anything. The text that you had put, the contact that you had put, it will pick that. So the moment I promote these, once you pick, you've selected existing post, or you created a new post that maybe you had previously designed, taken pictures of, and you want to promote the pictures, you just upload them. So the next thing you do is, now you have selected your existing post. What you do is now the call to action, which we had talked about last week. The good thing is, if you have your WhatsApp number, it will automatically give you that as the option, because right now, remember, we want to put follow and like your page. That is the goal. That's the goal, it will automatically give you. If you have WhatsApp, it will automatically give you the WhatsApp. If you're on your website, if on your Facebook page, the option you have is call, then it will automatically give you that as the option here. So that is the beauty of now. You don't have to keep on thinking on which call to action to use. It will automatically pick the best for you. So once you're done with that, you can skip any other stage that comes after that. That is quite advanced. But your promotion is 100% at this stage. So once you finish on that, click publish. We have a green button at the end, just at the left corner, that's written publish. So mine is deactivated right now, but the moment you click on that publish, the promotion will go live. And then once it goes live, it will tell you it have gone on a review. It will change to review. And then after, let's say, a couple of hours, it will go publish. And every time they publish it, they will send you a message on email or on Facebook that your advertisement is live right now. And then remember to wait for at least 7 days. So that's it.
So that's the 4-step process.
Yes.
Okay, very good. I think, first of all, I really appreciate how practical this has been. I'm looking at the chat, and a few people came in late. If you are one of those people, or if you're still here and you feel like along the way things kind of went like, what? That's absolutely understandable. We're putting a link in the chat, okay? So you can watch this session, review it later, because we are recording for this same purpose, so that you can watch it and review, okay? Now, Mercy, I'd like to give you some extra, like 3 minutes. Just talk to us in terms of what are the results? What have you seen? So for those who have done this kind of thing, now we've talked about the technical, like give me an example of a company that has invested in running ads a little bit, and what have their results been over time? If you can do that, maybe like in three minutes, and then I'll turn it over to CoopBank. Grace, yes, it is. It seems like a long process, but it's sort of like driving. Every time you start driving, it can feel like it's a long period until after driving a few times, it's sort of like you're on autopilot. So let's put in the work to learn this new thing, and it will benefit our business. Mercy?
Okay. Sorry, I was looking for a specific Instagram on my phone that we've previously worked with in terms of running the ads. I think Veronica, if you're here, I think you can just help me and type the name of the business on the name of the business here on the chat. But as we do that, I think let me send the link to that Instagram account here on the chat, and then the team can just look at that Instagram page later. Yeah. Okay. But what I've done after working with so many SMEs, over 1,000 SMEs across, I've seen businesses, you start from not even having an Instagram page or having a Facebook page, and you're very brand new with the idea of digital marketing, and with just, even without running the promotion, from just making sure that what we talked about, you have the right pictures or the right images, you're consistent, you're posting consistently over and over again, then your business starts to get traffic and you start to gain traction. You start to get people calling your business and asking for prices. You start to get people asking for where your business is located, asking. At least the moment you start getting any sort of engagement, then you know something is okay. The moment you start getting someone asking you the price or someone calling you business, then of course there's something that you're doing that is working. So I have seen businesses do that and it has worked for them. I've also seen SMEs come with the least budget of that $1 and you keep it consistent. The thing is, you may run the promotion for 4 or 5 days and you don't get results, and at that point you feel like it's not working. What I can advise is just keep it and keep the promotion going. Give it at least even a month of saying, I have this amount of money, I have this 4,000, and I've decided it's going to promotion for a period of 1 month. Let me see how it works. And I'm pretty sure by the end of that campaign, as long as you define your audience right, you are going to see results. Okay, very good. Yeah. And Mercy, please share with us a contact for those of us who are thinking, I would like to learn more about this. I think there's a free training that you offered last time. I think it's similar. If you could share that link as well for those who can, who would like to follow up a bit more, learn a bit more, maybe delegate to one of their teams, or maybe consider hiring someone such as yourself with MetaBoost. I'm also going to ask, there you go. Okay. On the chat, I've sent, we do offer additional private coaching. So let's say you did not understand this session and you try to follow up later and you're not able to get everything. We do have coaching, which is free. This is by Meta. However, we do take the team that come in through verification, because we are dedicating resources to the team. So you must have a Facebook page, an existing Facebook page. You must have a real product or service that you're already running. So it must be a real business. And then you can apply for this private coaching. So you'll be assigned someone like me or someone, just someone else who will guide you and help you through the Meta product tools. Yes. And because I guess our primary interaction has been with you, did you say when we sign up for this, we can request to work with you? Is that an option? That because meeting someone new may start from like, can we request to work with you on guiding our team or personally training? Is that something that we can do? Absolutely. So you can join the session. Once you apply for the private coaching, once you're contacted and you pass the criteria, then you can request for who you want to be your coach. And that will be dedicated, let's say if it's me, you'll have that dedicated, let's say 1 hour, 30 minutes, just with you on a Zoom call, and I'll take you through everything. I'll review your business, review your pages, review your ads, maybe now create even an advert for you, just to take you through the whole process. And something else that we request is also your feedback. As much as the session has been amazing, based on the feedback even on the previous session, but we like to get continuous assessment on the areas that we can improve. So I've also sent a link for the feedback. So give us your feedbacks and give us the areas where we can improve.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mercy. It's been a very I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Cope, and just to invite, I appreciate Mercy. Let's appreciate Mercy. Please use your emojis. Sorry about that. Yes, there you go. Okay, good. And right now, what I want to do is to invite Maureen. Yes, Maureen, who is part of CoopBank. She's the relationship manager, SMEs, and Maureen is going to walk us through a program that they have. Not a program, but something that they're offering, something called CoopBank Working Capital Financing. We recognize that as we come to the end of the year, many of you are looking for additional financing. Okay, so as a result of needing support as customers, or you want to increase your cash flows, you want to increase your investment and position yourself well for increasing sales over especially this Christmas period, this is something that you'd be very interested in. We've gotten quite a bit of requests online and also at the bank branches. So Maureen is here to respond to that. Maureen, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you very much, Sam. I'm very excited to be here today. Maybe let me just start with the introduction. Like you've said, I'm a relationship manager at Cooperative Bank of Kenya, SME Banking, where we are designing strategies and solutions just to help MSMEs grow to higher levels. So mine will be very brief today, and I'm very excited when I hear Mercy taking us through that insightful training on how we can boost ourselves, especially this time when we are heading to the festivities. Yeah, and as CoopBank, this is how we're coming now to even tell you how we can boost your working capital. We know that demand of your goods and services will go up, but you should not be worried. We are here, we are your partners, and we look forward even to doing business with you. I'm sure you agree with me, this is a mutual relationship between all of us, and we look forward to supporting you. So Sam, I'll just go direct to my presentation today. Maybe I can just define working capital. Working capital, it's very simple. It's the financial resources that we use in our day-to-day running of our businesses, and the activities that are involved when we talk of financing of working capital. We talk of expansion of your business. We talk of stock purchases, just the simple things. We talk about operational expenses. Yeah, and so I just answer two questions that our customers have been asking. And one is, how does CoopBank address our working capital needs? So we have a wide offering of both short-term and long-term products, solutions for your businesses, which include term loan facilities, overdrafts, instant mobile loans, trade solutions, things like maybe invoice discounting, LPO financing, and so on and so forth. So, and our facilities, we have three categories. We have the secured facilities, which are tangibly secured, maybe by property. And then we have the chattel-based, where we secure using the household chattels. And then we also use the business chattels. And finally, we have the unsecured, which is very exciting. Just to tell you that currently for our new customers, we are giving 70% of your monthly sales as unsecured facility. For if you are repeat customers, your loyal customers, we are keep giving up to 100%. We are matching your monthly sales, whatever you're banking with us. Yeah. And so many people also have asked, how does, what do you need to do for you to qualify for these loans? And some you can put up that. So the first thing that you need to do to qualify for these loans, you need to open an MSME account. I'm sure in our previous sessions, we've talked about Co-op Bank bundling its business customers into 3 packages. We have the bronze, we have the silver, and the gold, which we graduate you depending on how your business has grown. So you need to visit the branch, you need to open an MSME account. And in case you have an existing account, you do not have to like open a new one. We can migrate you to those packages. And then after you do that, you need to demand to be onboarded on a collection solution. We have enhanced collection channels like the Co-op Till, which is very cheap. We have the Co-op Online, we have the Lipa na M-Pesa, we have the M Collections. We have all sorts of solutions that can enable you to make payments for your businesses. And then also you need to maintain a very close relationship with the RMs at the branch and the manager so that they're able to identify your business needs and come up with a solution that can assist you to bridge your working capital need. And then lastly, we also need to be sure that you're paying your running loans very well, either with us or with competition. So our dear customers, it's very important that you honor your obligations, yeah? Honor your obligations so that when you come to us, we do not have a problem appraising you for a working capital loan. Okay, and then lastly, why Co-op Bank financing? Co-op Bank is your partner, yeah, and we have so many things that can attract you to us. And just to mention a few is that our repayment terms are usually very tailor-made to match your cash flows. For example, if you are running a school, when we are giving you a loan, we will match your repayment termly. Yeah, instead of us giving you a monthly repayment while we know you receive your school fees on termly basis, so that you're able to honor your obligations without any difficulties. Secondly, we have products that are offered on preferential rates. And then you'll get a dedicated relationship at the branches that will be able to work with you to identify any need you have in your businesses so that we are able to support you in the best way. We also have a quick turnaround time. You realize that at our branches, the branch manager has a branch limit of 3 million, which they're able to approve actually at the branch. So this assures you of a quick turnaround because these applications do not have to be forwarded to our head office for approval. For trade solutions, we also have we have a limit of 10 million at the branch level. So this also helps for the customers who need the trade instruments. And then you're able also to access the instant emergency loans via mobile at the comfort of your home. Imagine, once you've banked with us for like 6 months, we are able to allocate you a limit. Even for startups, do not be worried. There is a product for you. Most startups face this challenge when you go to financial institutions and then you're told that you're not able to access a facility because the bank does not have an history with you, they cannot get anywhere to check just your repayment history. So for us, we allocate you, we score you, and we allocate you an instant mobile loan that you can access at the comfort of your home. And so mine is just to request you to walk to any of our Co-op Bank branches. We have a very wide network. Visit any of our branches, open those MSME package accounts. If you already have an account, do not be worried. You can be migrated to the packages and then you'll be able to enjoy our products. Also ensure that you leverage on our payment solutions, the ones that I've talked about, the Co-op Till, the Co-op Online, and the Lipa na M-Pesas, the merchants. We can give you the machine for card payments. so that at least at the end of the day, you've consolidated all your proceeds and will be able to support your businesses. Thank you very much, Sam.
Very good. Now, I'd like to ask if anyone has a question. I'm just going to look at some of the questions in the chat. I know there's quite a few questions that are coming through when it comes to loans and things like that. Would you be open to answering some of these questions? I think we are 2 minutes over time, but I'm going to ask for about 5 more minutes just to be able to respond to some people who may be having some questions. So we have some questions in the Q&A section, and I'm wondering if we could get some assistance with that. Would you be open to Ms. Mutinda? Someone is asking, I think Jacob is asking, hello, wanted to know how the e-loan refinancing works. Just the other day, they were giving about 200K and now it's zero. I've paid 85% on an existing loan. Would you be able to respond to that? And there's also someone who was asking, I would like to expand my business next year. And I access Biashara loan. I've been operational from February this year. Is that something you'd like to comment on? Or how can this person proceed?
Okay, Sam, thank you very much. Maybe I can start with the last question. Yes, they can access a loan. If they need, they can visit any of our branches. We have highly qualified personnel. We have the relationship managers. We have the branch managers. All they need to do is to visit their nearest branch and they'll get assistance.
Okay, very good. And then when it comes to, I think someone asking about refinancing, would you like to respond to Jacob's question? Wants to know about how the e-loan refinancing works. Or would they better also approach their bank?
For refinancing, if you have if you had borrowed an e-credit loan with us and you finished paying, you go to the refinancing option and we will be able to give you the limit that you have in existence. And in case you have a problem with that, then you can visit the branch and they check whether there are any technical issues, and our team will support on that.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Memory has a question on registration. What type of registration would you need to open SME accounts?
So to open an SME account, we have enterprises, which are just registered names, and we also have limited companies. So for enterprises, we use the certificate of registration. We need the ID of the entrepreneur, and we also need their KRA PIN. Those are the most important. For company, we need all the documentation for the company, including certificate of registration, the PIN of the company, the PIN of the directors. You need also to do a resolution effect to that, just saying that you want to open an account with the Cooperative Bank. Give us all the instructions that you need in that account on your letter, and just basically that. So kindly request that you visit your nearest branch and you'll be able to be advised.
Okay. And then do you issue working capital loans for a startup company? Joseph Ndiritu is asking.
Yes, Sam, we do that. Like I've said, we have the instant mobile loans. So if you're a startup, do not be afraid. Once you've banked with us for at least 6 months, we'll be able to allocate you. We'll score you. Yeah, we'll score you and we'll give you a limit, which will enable you to get some money at least for your startup.
Okay. And then Mr. Muyaga is asking, can he get another loan when he already has a mobile loan? Is there a condition that needs to be fulfilled there?
You can, yes, you can. We have a wide offering of products. Apart from the mobile loans, we have what I've talked about, the term loans, the secured and the unsecured ones. So the mobile loan should not stop you visiting our branches to request for a working capital facility.
Very good. I think we'll just take maybe 2 other questions. I'm looking at your questions in the Q&A and just a few more minutes. Thank you, Maureen, for being very kind to respond to these. Let me see. Can I I think this is a question to Mercy. Mercy, if you're still here. Mercy, can I promote my page for growth, likes and followers using just a trained process, the one that we've gone through? If so, which campaign am I supposed to select? Mercy, if you're here, if you could kindly respond to that. Can I promote my page for growth, specifically likes and follows? Mercy, I'm just checking if Mercy is still here. I think Mercy may have had to drop off. So sorry about that. But I want to just direct your attention to the chat right now. So if you look at the chat, there's information there on 3 particular links that you will need following this session. So there's one link that is to this session. If you missed this session or any other session, you can look at. And then there's a second link for those who may be interested in the Grow Your Business full scholarship. Okay. And then the third is if you'd like any extra training on Facebook and its family of apps, kindly register using that particular link, right? So maybe I just want to make space for one more question. Let me see. Maureen, if I can ask you one more question. So Nema had their question first, is interested in starting an SME. How can Coop Bank help when someone just wants to get started in terms of the SME journey?
Some, like I've said, we have facilities that we support our SMEs, and regardless of whether it's a new or it's an already existing business, we are able to support you in so many different ways. Like you've seen also, once you get the instant loans, we are giving up to 2 million on mobile. Yeah. So and what's
the interest rate for that?
We are giving at 13%. So we charge monthly depending on the period you take. So if you take a shorter period, we apportion that to the number of months. Okay. Yeah.
So the faster you pay, the less interest.
Yes.
Okay. Alice, I am asking that because Alice was also asking. Can you reduce the interest rate? And Alice, the good news is if you pay faster, you pay less interest. And Joyce was asking the same question. But Maureen, you wanted to add something else?
No. That's fine, Sam. I think I'm good.
Okay, good. I think it's a good place to end our discussion today. Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you so much, Mercy. Thank you so much, the team at MetaBoost. I apologize today, we've gone over by about 10 minutes. It was quite an in-depth situation here. I want to remind you, in case you'd like to reach out to us regarding this particular project. Okay, so this is Fiona Maina's contact. She's the project coordinator. You would have had her voice earlier, her number and her email. And also, if you would like to reach out to us as Coop Bank, this is some of the contacts that you can find. But I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who is here. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for staying the whole time. And I hope that you've been able to get some really good value. Just reminding you in the chat, and this is perhaps the last time we will mention it. Okay. Yes, Mark, you're welcome. So there are some 3 particular links that we would like you to take away with you. One is on these sessions. As we do these recaps, as we do these sessions, some of you may not be able to attend and you miss some, but if you use that first link, you can catch up. And then also there's this current opportunity from AMI to join the Grow Your Business on full scholarship. You can maximize that. And then the third, if you're looking for free coaching on Facebook and its family of apps, you can register with that last link that you find in the chat. Otherwise, from me to you, thank you so much. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, everyone who has been involved behind the scenes. We wish you well and see you next week. Thanks and bye-bye.